Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday today. We hand over the reins to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and I say, vote me in a map. And they've given me this one and I am really glad that they did. It's a creator request map. It also happens to be...
It's my first map.
That's right. Does that mean it's a bad one though? Well, the answer's no. Seems to be a creator that has watched quite a few episodes of What's Map and has ironed out pretty much all of the basic errors themselves, so credit for that one. It's a real life location in Sweden, which means I'm probably going to get the pronunciation wrong, but I have done some research, so hopefully I've got it about right. And as real life location maps go, this is actually a really good one. So prepare yourself for a really, really good show. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Norrköping by Konstapeln. Konstapeln, there you go. Probably got both of those wrong. There's your start square. Start square looks pretty good to me, just off of the main highway. This isn't quite the centre of the modern city, but again, it's a really good place to start. There's your terrain heights, obviously been levelled out over the years through plenty of development, so good work there. And then plenty of resources, lots of fertile land, ore and oil. But we ask ourselves, what about the fishing? And the fishing is good. We've got it all, including a couple of really good stretches of tuna, especially right on the edge of the map there as well. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? It's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Park life is also listed, although I'm not entirely sure why, but hey, it's listed. Unlimited outside connections is recommended by Bloody Penguin. I would say non-essential, but there we go. And then we'll be using the Realistic European 1.4.5 theme by Captain Soap and the Satellite LUT by Creative Decks. Now the Satellite LUT, that's the one I chose for my very first map, Merrickstowe. It gives a sort of like a boreal feel. It's it's very blue. And of course, we're in Sweden, so it'll give you that kind of like chilly factor. I think it definitely works, especially for this particular map. Our first interchange there is very tidy. All of these are very much based on the real life map. We're not talking about a one-to-one exact replica, but it's a close replica, which I would say is a damn good shout. There is an island on the map which I've taken a look at, and I'm not entirely sure if we are a one-to-one rescale or if this is like a 1-to-2 or something like that, but it does feel like a one-to-one if I'm honest with you. It really doesn't feel like it's been squeezed. Okay, all of these intersections, they do feel like the right size for the intersections, which if you're dealing with like a 1-to-2 map, these would feel either cramped or just oversized, wouldn't they? I got a little bit of a ramp issue on the right there, but it's not the worst we've seen, and I'm more than happy to let that go. We're taking this, there's a couple of main routes into the town. Of course, both of these routes are real life routes, and it's good to see that the actual traffic is using both of them. That's very, very tidy to see. Now, we're not entirely recreating the area exact for exact. Take this next intersection, for example, or interchange, I guess. It's an elevated with a ditch road. Brain's gone, but yes, we've got a trough running through it, and that's fine. I like that as an interchange. These trees are very pretty and colourful and very vanilla, of course. In real life, that's just a grassy bank, and that will not surprise anybody. Yes, I have gone to Google Earth and had a look at a couple of areas in Google Earth just to see. I wanted to see whether or not this was a fair replica, and it is a fair replica of the city. Sorry if you heard the motorbike going past there. That was actually on a different road. That was really grumbling from quite a way off, that one. Then we have this bridge here. Now, again, I quite like it. It's very twee, that bridge. In real life, that is just an elevated road. There is no bridge section in real life. Doesn't matter. I'm not marking it down because it doesn't match up the exact bridge here and the exact bridge there. Because as a non-local, they might have changed it since Google took the pictures, you know. I don't know. I'll just say that what I see there, I like. They've got a little bit of road glitching coming up to this roundabout here. I don't know if you can make those out. A little bit of the old dirt glitching through. And that is easy fixed. Let me show you real time here using Move It. So we're going to grab the move it out. There we go. Move that. I'm just moving these down and out a little bit. There you go. And what we could do is we could, in theory, pop an extra node into these two little sections of road, meaning you could bow the road out from one side and into the other. But as it is, the glitching's gone, and I don't feel it's really necessary to have a couple extra nodes in there. But you could, if you're a perfectionist and you wanted to give it that little bit of a little S-bend in the ramps there, that would be pretty slick. Now, speaking of ramps and stuff, we are now in the main central part of the map in terms of interchanges. That is very slick and tidy and lush. I've got to tell you, it's not the city centre, but it's very, very lush. Question, if you live in the Norrköping area, there is, let me just draw it in, there's a dirt track with a car park right there in real life. Could somebody tell me what that car park's all about? Is it just, as I suspect, a dog walker's area? Because around there is industrial parks and stuff which have all got their own car parking. And yeah, if you know the area, could you just let me know, what's the car park there for? I've had a look on Google Earth and it was packed, and all I can think of is dog walking area. I don't know. I literally haven't got a clue. So locals, could you let me know? Thank you very much. Okay, moving onwards now towards the start square area. Again, we've got pretty good, yeah, it's got excellent traffic flow, this map, I've got to say. Norrköping must be a great place to live. If you get good traffic flow in Cities Skylines, it's got to be really good. Surely, maybe. Anyway, a little, just show you, we've got a street lamp there, which is not clipping through. That's very tidy work as well. And now moving up into our start square. Now, again, this isn't the city centre in real life. So you'll be starting, if you're recreating tile by tile, you're going to be working from outwards. And working from outwards also is Greyflame, who's working with outwards up in the forests, creating a pine forest pack. Now, this, I do believe, if I remember right, these 11 different trees. They all share the same textures, so it won't use a huge file size. And I've just used the forest brush and just done a random swipe with the forest brush to give us this. I love it. Absolutely love it. Greyflame, you are a legend, and let me just say that. Factoids, because factoids. The English novelist Anthony Trollope was born today, the 24th of April, in 1815. He wrote a phenomenal amount during his lifetime, completing 50 novels and regularly composing 1,000 words before breakfast. He also invented the pillar box for posting your letters. Anthony Trollope. The Trollope was born today in 1815. Happy birthday, you Trollope. Yes. Yes, I meant to do that one. Pine Forest Pack by Greyflame. Today's asset. I'm going to get into so much trouble. So much trouble. Oh, I don't care. It's my show. I'm doing it. Oh, okay. Let's carry on, shall we? Let's carry on. Back to the highways. I am laughing for a reason, I promise you. There's, yeah, stop it. Onwards we go. Onwards we go, and we've got hills outside of the city, and or maybe this is just like reclaimed lands, possibly, and the hills is the regular heights. Maybe I don't really know. Again, I've not. It looks fine to me. I just don't know the evolution of this area, the geological evolution. The left-hand highway here just wiggles off to the left a little bit for the majority of the route, and it comes back straight again. And that's about the worst thing on the map. It's pretty much just about the worst thing on the map there. So yeah, anyway, vanilla forests, they do seem really nicely done. If you didn't know it was vanilla, you'd accept this as being also an interesting selection of trees. That works. And you know what? It really does. Rail. Okay, The rail wiggles about a little bit here, just a little bit. I don't know if... Oh, just dropped the mouse there, sorry. Don't know if it does this exactly. I haven't looked at this stretch. But it's still okay, isn't it? Just here, I feel that the road and the rail should be aligned and straightened together, maybe. Just along there. Maybe is that the second worst thing on the map? I don't know. Maybe it's real life. I don't know. I just don't know. But again, does that really matter down there? Not really. In general, what's the rail like? In general, the rail is excellent. Okay, I'll just say it. I'll just get it out there. There are a couple of minor, very... Oh, hello. Let's just check this out. Catenaries, look at that. Positions, not on the rails at all. And that's pretty much a pattern across the map, with one exception. We'll get to that exception. You'll see it and you'll go, oh, you broke the map, Konstapeln. Can I just call you Const? I'm going to go with Const, okay? You broke the map, Const. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did a really, really good job, actually. Considering first map, considering real life, the amount of real life maps that we get, and they are okay at best. Occasionally you get a really good one, occasionally. And they're usually by top creators that will produce you a good map. But generally, they're poor. And this is good. This is like a main area. Now, hang on, look, there you go. That one's not too bad. There is one here. There you go. There is a pillar there from the catenary actually in the rail line. You broke the map, Const. Look at how beautifully aligned these catenaries are, though. Just look how slick and tidy that is. That is good work. A lesser creator would have just drawn those out and left them. And they would have been all over the place. And no, Const is not a lesser creator. They are up there. Maybe Stap is a better name. Stap. Yeah. I've changed my name. Yeah, my idea for your name. Your name isn't Const anymore. It's too close to something else. I'm going to call you Stap instead. All right, Stap. Or Stapple? I don't know. Stap it is. Stap. We're sticking with Stap. Sticking with Stap. Okay, we're more or less at the edge of the map, which means it's time to worry about the shipping routes. Let's check that in a few moments. Hi, BonBon here. If you're a big fan of Let's Plays but are bored with the same old cities, I can highly recommend checking out This Old Gamer, a Let's Play worth watching. Click the information button now to find out more. And back to the shipping at Norrköping by Stap. We have a little bit of shipping that just a little bit of a bow on the edge of the map there. And if we go to the other side of the map, you'll find a dead end over here as well. And that is perfectly adequate for what the map needs, just to have a little bit of shipping. So good work there again. Lots of little bits of good work going on here. The question is, do we have water flow in the start square? And the answer is, look at the water that's pouring out of the start square right there. Is it realistic? No. No, it's not realistic. Is it going to work for gameplay? Absolutely 100%. Right. So let's have a look at this island that I told you about earlier. The island in the lake over here. First of all, it needs to be shallower. It needs to be level. It's not a little raised island like that. It's a much larger island for building. You could build on it in theory. We do have a drowned tree here. It's the only one on the map that I discovered. There might be others. But yes, I do feel that this lake is probably a little bit larger in real life, but that is definitely a buildable island. We've got people going up here to have a little look at the castle. It's not worth looking at, but again, it's probably just a nod to a majestic building or something like that. One that I did not look at in Google, so we'll just go away from it because it doesn't do anything special apart from indicate something. And I don't know what it indicates, so let's move on. In these elevated roughland areas, we do have a lot of water. And again, I know that Sweden does have a lot of areas like this. And they are very, very, very pleasing indeed. You won't be doing any building up here, or you could. but I wouldn't worry too much about it. National Park area possibly up here to be left as found. If we come back down to the waterfront, we've got some good rock work out here in the bay. I think this is a bay. I'm just going to say in the water. I'm going to call it the bay. If it's not a bay, I don't care. We've got the little jetty there. That's been nicely done. All the rocks out here are nicely done. Again, a nicely done jetty there. Lots of these little islands. It's all very tidily done. And over here, side by side, we have got everybody's favourite factories. Oh, there. And yes, of course, there's the rail running up to it as well. Again, very tidily done again. Over here is another one of those factories, but more importantly, the essential lighthouse. Again, can't floor how that's been done, so that is really nice. We've got some like marshy floodland areas over here. Again, done very nicely indeed, considering what's been used with vanilla assets. And all told, lots of build space. It's a solid map. It's a very, very solid, not fussy, not over-polished map. And I've got to say that I like it. But what do you think of it? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide, but I want it to be. But don't let that affect your votes. Aesthetically, it's okay. It don't shine. It certainly looks like what it's supposed to look like, but I don't think it's polished in any way. So I'm going to go for a high 3 because it does look like what it's supposed to. It doesn't take much work to push it into 4 stars, but 3 it is. Detailing. It's very solid, if not very pretentious and not very exciting. I'd like to give this a 4th star, but I'm just not sold on the 4th star. I'm going to go 3, but again, this is a high 3 pushing into 4-star territory. I'm going to go 3 stars. Gameplay potential. If you want to play this as a recreation of Norrköping, great. If you don't want to play it as a recreation of Norrköping, great. I can't fault it. Playability on this map is excellent. I'm giving it the maximum 5 stars. And rarely for 3 and a 3, the BonBonB seal of approval. Look, you don't need to have 4s and 5s across the board. I would play that very happily indeed. You can play that as a new player, you can play that as an experienced player. It doesn't require any just in-depth work to it, but you can detail it out of sight. That's a great map. That is a great map, and I'm really glad it was really glad it was requested, and really glad you guys voted it in. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for one more What map of the week, and yeah, I'll see you then. I think we're done. Bye.